Get the cool countdown music.
All righty. Good morning or afternoon to you all. Welcome to our final and last CRK webinar. We're really going to call this a video. This afternoon, our staff is going through a wilderness, or sorry, not wilderness. That's on my mind. We're going through a mental health first aid training with our senior staff, and the timing is just very close. So we didn't give you a heads up, but we're just going to give you a heads up now that we are going to do this video. It's a short video today on just a few last details that we've been promising you and want to send over your way. So this will be available for directly on the link that we've used in the past and on our YouTube. We'll share this with you later on. I know that many people are probably getting a notification right now. The webinar has started early, but it has. So again, we've got a mental health first aid training for the next 2 days, and the timeline's just very close. We just want to go ahead and knock this out of the way. So we just have a few details that we're going to go over with you. If you have anything else, of course, feel free to always reach out to us anytime that you may need anything or have any questions about these details, since we're not able to answer them live for you. We're going to be discussing our Wilderness First Aid course that is ready for registration to happen now. We are going to talk about the arrival time schedule. Just really briefly about those emails that went out. We just came out with an updated way to submit prerequisites that is not required if you already have a plan at this point, but just something that a format we're going to use going forward. And then we're going to talk about send a scout a message and anything else that we may come up with that comes to mind while we're on this webinar. So first things first. Last week, we did our arrival time sign up. If you have not yet signed up for an arrival time, please do so. We will continue to send out those links to be able to sign up for arrival time. But if you have not already, please go ahead and knock that out and have that out of the way. We did have one small little hiccup with this new system that we're using called Raven Link. We didn't realize we had a capacity on the number of confirmation emails that were sent out. So if you do need a confirmation of what time your troop is signed up for on their arrival time for the given week, please reach out to registration@ravennob.com, and we will help you guys get that information. Scrolling below is our contact info. We are at camp now. We've been here for about 3 weeks or so, not at our council office, so feel free to reach out to that 352-4307 number if you would like to talk to our team. We've got a staffed admin team, so at times if you're reaching out to me directly or Wesley directly, we may be a little bit slower getting back, but feel free to call our office. They can get you those answers pretty rapidly one way or another. All right, so be sure to knock that arrival time out. So first thing we're going to talk about is the Wilderness First Aid course that we have opened up. I know we've been promising these details for a while, so we're going to go ahead and get those to you here. Our Wilderness First Aid course will be Red Cross Wilderness First Aid. I know initially we had said that this was going to be the ECSI blended course, but as we work through our details, we have planned ahead with doing the Red Cross Wilderness and Remote First Aid session. It is a 2-day program. But we're going to go ahead and show you where you can find these details and how to sign up for that class. First things first, if you want to find some details on it, go over to the program tab on the website at ravennob.com and click on Adult Leader Programs. From there, you'll be able to see all of our different leader programs that we have, and you can hit this Wilderness First Aid button right here. Now, when you get here, you'll notice there's not a whole lot of details on the screen, which is designed that way. However, you're going to click here for more details, which will bring you up to a Google Doc or a PDF, however it may show up for you. And so just to give you these details, just review it really quick. Our course dates for each week of the summer will be Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday and Friday. So it is a 16-hour course. It is a very long course, so please understand that when you're signing up for it, that you're dedicating a lot of time to this. Thursday and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The cost for this course is $125. Our instructor is Donna Reen, who's a new addition to our team here at Camp Raven Knob. This will be located in an indoor facility at the Barnhart Training Center at camp. So you will be in an indoor format for the longevity of that, or the primary piece of that. Big thing is that we do have a maximum of participants. We can only have 12 participants per course. That is the standard set down by the Red Cross on how many people that we have. We cannot extend that in any sort of way. So please bear with us on that, that once it reaches its capacity, we cannot change that. If we have room, this is something that we do want to offer. If we do have room and extra spaces, we will open it up to scouts who are 16 years or older. But you got to note, if they're here and taking merit badge sessions, they will not be able to continue in those merit badge sessions while they are in this wilderness first aid course, because it will take up the full last 2 days. As mentioned, this is a Red Cross Wilderness and Remote First Aid certification. It will last for 2 years and is required for all the national high adventure bases. So keep that in mind if you are planning a trip to do that. The prerequisite is having a valid and current adult CPR and AED certificate. That can be any type of certification there for adult CPR and AED. If you do not have that already, that's okay, because from 1:30 to 5 p.m. on Wednesday afternoons, we are offering the adult and child CPR and AED here at camp with Donna as well. So if you don't have that prerequisite, that's okay, but you'll need to sign up for it in advance. How to register for it, I'm going to show you just here in a few seconds of how to do that, but it's just like registering your scouts for merit badge sessions or some of your leaders if you sign them up for sessions already. When you do sign up, Ash, you can give me a thumbs up here. We did make that a pay up front session. Is that correct? A pay up front because of the fact we need to make sure that the folks taking this class are going to stay in it. So if you do cancel after you get here, after check-in on the week that you're here, if you do cancel, we are going to take a $50 cancellation fee just because of the materials that are required and the staffing personnel that is required. A part of that may not be able to fill it. So we will take a $50 cancellation fee. Should our instructor become unavailable for any reason, if she may get sick or something may come up, we will give a 100% refund. Unlike many of the sessions that we offer here at camp, this is a kind of a one-man show, if you will. So we don't have a copious amount of other people that are certified to teach this. And so it's really up to Donna and her availability. But at this point, we're good for the entire summer. But just keep that in mind, that if something were to come up, we would give you your full refund back. So to sign up with that, just to make sure that we have everything squared away here. Sorry, I accidentally stopped sharing my screen, just to make sure you guys know how to do this. All righty, so sharing my screen here, just using a fake account to show you guys how to do this. You're going to go down. We need to add our adult. So for this, it's going to be Nate Todd. He's a full week leader. And then just like you have for your kids, you can sign up for these adult leader training. So just note, if you have an adult that's taking a certain class, it could eliminate some options. So to find Wilderness First Aid, however, you're just going to scroll down, find the Wilderness First Aid option here, click on it, hit next, and then next. Okay. It's not going to let you check out unless you pay that $125 fee. Okay. It's got to be due up front. And until you have paid that fee, it does not hold your place. Okay. You are not locked into that session until you pay for it. Just like anything else in the world, you need to pay for it before it is yours. So just because it's sitting in the checkout cart right here in green, all right, that everybody can see, maybe there's a StreamYard logo right on top of that, but there's something in my cart that is not confirmed, okay? So you need to be able to check out and get that done. All right, so if you have any questions about Wilderness First Aid, feel free to reach out, or you can reach out directly to Donna to have any of those questions answered to you. But we're very excited about this opportunity. It's new for us, so we're hoping, fingers crossed, that everything goes absolutely teetotally perfect. With first time doing this, we welcome feedback as well. So that way, going forward, we've got all of that squared away. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to Ash Demke to talk about our new system for accepting prerequisites. But again, if you've already come up with a way or sent this to us, don't worry about it. It's okay. But this is just going to be our new format going forward. So, Ash, I'm going to let you take it away from here.
All right. Thank you, Hunter. As we've mentioned in some of our previous webinars, people have asked about the merit badge prerequisites that we have, and those are the requirements that we don't complete at camp. As you probably know, a lot of the merit badges have requirements that can't be completed in a summer camp setting and things like that. And what we do in that case is that if your scouts complete those requirements prior to coming to camp, you can let us know that they've done those things, and we will include that in their advancement report at the end of the week so that they can get complete written on their advancement report instead of a partial for their merit badge. Hunter, if you would show the screen that I have shared over here, and I'll kind of navigate people over to that. So if you're wondering what those prerequisites are, you can go over here to the program tab and click on session list / prerequisites. And this will show you a list of every merit badge session we teach and what those prerequisites are. Keep in mind, with some of these, they don't necessarily have to be done prior to coming to camp. Some of these are things like the 20 nights of camping for camping merit badge and things like that. Others are things that take place over the course of several months, or maybe you do after you come to camp. But with some of these things, it would be good to do them prior to coming to camp so you can get that complete in there. And so if you're wondering, this is just an alphabetical list, and this lists exactly what those things that we do not instruct here at camp. With things like those aquatics badges where it says complete the swimmer test, that's just an expectation that they do that prior to showing up. But with some of the others, that's sort of more of an optional thing with things like orienteering or whatnot. But we often get questions about how to turn these into us, how to let us know that those prerequisites are done. We did, over the last couple of weeks, develop a new system for this. If you've already planned something else, if you've got a big list of them for your troop or something like that, that's fine. You can just bring that to the administration building when you get here, and we'll get that figured out. But if you are willing to use our new system, we'd love to have some people kind of test that out. And this is kind of what our standard procedure is going to be from here going forward. To get to that, I will put a link to that on this page. I just haven't done so yet. But the easiest way to find that is really going to be under this Scouts BSA Summer Camp tab. You can click here on Merit Badge Prerequisites, or if you're already within just the general Scouts BSA Summer Camp area, there's also a place here for Merit Badge Prerequisite form. Clicking on this page takes you over here to this page here called Merit Badge Prerequisite Submission. And there's sort of a couple of steps here. First of all, this is a link back to that page that has the prerequisites on it if you need to read what they are. But essentially what we're going to ask you to do is use a template spreadsheet that we've created, which you can open right here, fill that out with the appropriate information, and then come back in and upload that spreadsheet so that we will have a spreadsheet copy of what that is. We'd really prefer a spreadsheet over a PDF because that way we can take that information and copy the data directly into our master spreadsheet for the whole summer, where we're going to keep track of these things. So the instructions are pretty simple. It's just 4 steps. First, you open this spreadsheet, and when I click on that, it will literally go over here and say, would you like to make a copy of the Raven Knob 2024 prerequisite form? And you say, oh, yes, please make me a copy. And once you click on that, it should open up a form that looks just like this. I'm going to zoom in here so you can read this a little bit better. And notably, it just says enter the scout's name, merit badge name, and requirements completed. If they've completed requirements for more than one badge, then just list them separately. So as an example here, our scout Rowdy Raven, our camp mascot here, has completed a couple of things. Rowdy did several requirements for camping merit badge and also requirement 2 for electricity. So you'll type in a scout name here. This might be something like Hunter Day, if that's one of your scouts. And then we're going to go over here and pick the merit badge. This drop-down list, shows every merit badge that we offer that does have some sort of prerequisite. So you can just go in there and say, oh yeah, fire safety merit badge. And then you'll just go and tell us what those prerequisites are that they completed. So notably, if you're not sure what those are, we can go look over here and we'll see that fire safety, for example, has... Oh, wait, it's under safety and fire safety. It's down there, right? There we go. Fire safety is 6A, 6B, and 11. So we're going to say that your scout did requirement number 11. and 6B. So we go in here and say 6B and 11, just like that. And then you can move on to the next badge. If they did something for a different badge, then you would go down here and say hunter, and then you would go and say, oh, they also did bird study, and you can type in what requirements they did there. So we do need a separate line for each merit badge, but if they did multiple requirements for the same merit badge, that's fine. You can just kind of type those in manually over there. So once you're done with this, we'll go back and look at our instructions for a second. So open the spreadsheet, fill out the form based on the directions. Once completed, download the file as an Excel file. And here's how you do that. Basically, back in this, we're going to go File and go down to Download and click Excel. And when I do that, it's going to prompt me to put that somewhere on my computer. You can't really see that right now, but there's a window that just popped up on my computer saying download it. So I'll just put that in my downloads folder or whatever. And then it will say, oops, I'm on the wrong thing. And then it says, submit this file in the form below. And so for your last step, essentially, you just need to come down here and give us this form. So we'll type in your unit, which is going to be unit 9, will be 99 in the Old Hickory Council. We'll type in whatever email you want. This is my email, assistant camp director. Say what week of camp you're coming. So maybe you're coming during second week or something like that. And then finally, you upload the spreadsheet file here. So I'm going to go in and say, upload this. There's the Troop 999 prerequisite form right there. And then finally, we ask for the unit leader that's authorizing this requirement completion. So that's kind of the digital signature, if you will, of the Scoutmaster saying, yes, this could be Scoutmaster, could be the advancement chair, something like that, just saying, hey, this is the form for our troop. Here's what our scouts did. So I will type in my own name there and then click submit. And whenever that happens, it gives you this nice little message that says your prerequisite documentation has been received. And at this point, you will get an email receipt to whatever email address you typed in there. And we will also get a digital copy of that information, and we'll have that uploaded and put into our system throughout the week, so that at the end of the week of your time here, when you get your advancement reports for your troop, it should have that information reflected on there. That's sort of how our new process will work. If you've got questions about that, feel free to reach out, call the camp office, or email us at registration@ravendom.com. We'll also be glad to work with you throughout your week at camp here. So if you bring something with you, or your advancement chair is here at camp and wants to type it up or whatever that might be, we can assist you with that while you're here. And as long as we get it in by Thursday of your week at camp, we'll have all that stuff in there ready to go when you depart camp at the end of the week. So I'm pretty excited for this new system. I think a lot of our admin staff is as well, and I certainly hope you are.
Absolutely, Ash. And I would mention, if the best we can, try to submit one form, so that way we're not having to continuously put in one or two scouts. So try to keep a built up list of getting that in. And Ash, when would be the best time to make sure that we have this in by each week? If it's something that they want to do at camp and they.
Oh yeah, that's what I was just mentioning a second ago. Really, if they get it in by Thursday of their week at camp, will be okay, because we'll get those things put in either Thursday evening or Friday morning. So that way, once we're doing the advancement reports on Friday, we'll have that all ready for them when they're leaving camp.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ash. All righty. At this point, we'll hop over to Wesley. Wesley, we've got one more form of communication that we need to tell everybody about. What is it?
All right. Can I share my screen real quick?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Can I share my screen real quick?
Yes.
Sweet. All right. Okay. So we are going to go over to this page. So this is just a helpful page in general. This is just because we get a lot of questions like, hey, this is my first time at camp. Is there anything that I should know? People that have been coming a long time. So this is just a great page to visit. It's a great place for your parents to visit as well. It has a lot of really good information. But we are going to hone in right here on this send a scout a message page. So let's say, you need to send a message to your scout during the week, maybe give them some updates from home. Maybe you want to wish them a happy birthday. Birthdays are a big deal around here. So, you wish them happy birthday. Have grandma and grandpa send them a message. This would be the easier way to do this. So this form is obviously not live right now. It will be by the time you get to camp, but it's a Google form right here. And you will fill this out. Like I mentioned, it'll be live once you arrive at camp. You will fill this out, and there will be a submit button at the end of the form there. When you click that submit button, that sends it to our staff, and our staff usually prints them out at least once or twice a day, usually before lunch and dinner. Is when we print those out, and then we take them to lunch or dinner and we deliver them to the mailbox, and that's how your scout will receive that. So that's a good way to keep in contact with your scouts during the week. Like I said, just open that line of communication there. If you have any questions about it, you can also just email it to us. If your scout says that he has not received his message, by all means, let us know. We get a lot of these, so one might fall through the cracks every now and again. So please just let us know.
Excellent. There we go. Thank you, Wesley. The last thing that I'm going to mention is, of course, we have all of our required documents. If you don't know what those are, Ash has discussed those on the 5 previous webinars that we have had. But I do want to really push getting in your swim check forms and your special diet forms. That helps us so much, being able to plan and understand what's coming to us, especially those special diet forms, and ensuring that we're prepared and have our list as accurate as possible for those that may have those special needs. Let's see, there was one other thing I was going to mention with that, and that was, I don't remember. So I don't remember what it was.
For transportation pickup forms. If you, by some reason you have not filled those out yet, please get those to us.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I'm trying to remember, one last thing came to mind when it came to those forms. Oh, yes. If you are planning to do the express check-in process, express medical form process, please make sure that you have those med forms in at least 1 week prior to you arriving to camp. Please send those via UPS, USPS, or FedEx. And if you have tracking information, send that to registration@ravendob.com so that way we can keep tabs on it. But we need those documents at least 1 week prior to make sure that we have enough time to review everything, get buddy tags made, and have that all squared away. So if you are planning to be a part of that, just be sure to go ahead and make sure you have plans to get those forms in the mail to us as quickly as possible. All righty. Well, thank you, everybody. I hate that we couldn't join you all together here live again. We just had a really tight timeline this evening, and we didn't want to push out another week as we welcome our staff Wednesday. We welcome our summer camp staff in Hull on Wednesday, and then we have a couple of days of Cub Week, and then we'll get started with week 1 on June 16th. So we are very excited for this summer. Our team is getting pumped. The place is looking good. Our tents are up. So we're ready to roll for you all. And again, if you need anything at all, feel free to reach out. Our team here at the administration building is here to answer the phone. So give us a call at that 336-352-4307. They are happy to help any way they can. And you can also reach us at registration@ravendob.com. Thank you, and we will see you very soon.